And welcome to the Slice Bread Podcast, where we give you your daily slice of life. I am your host, Gary. And on today's episode, we have on the panel Lenny.
You local boy.
Lovely, lovely. We got the man with all the names, Chris.
I'm Chris, and I can be cringeworthy.
And then we got the man that's make us sound slick like butter on toast, the sound guy. And last, and certainly not least, Bob.
Not the builder. We don't build things up, we break them down.
And today we're gonna break down and break today's topic. Okay, guys, we all have those songs that we hold dear because of the emotions or memories that resonate along with it, or even just a good old classic that gets you going every time. Maybe it was an album that set the pace for your future and eventual taste in music. But what are those songs that you forever hold onto because of specific meaning it has? So, guys, we're going to talk about songs that really changed your life. So, I want to start off with Lenny. How do you pick your favorite songs?
It's a tough question. It's not
Very
it's an
tough
easy one.
because doesn't it differ to what point you were in your life? I'm certain what you liked as a kid can't still be what you liked as an adult.
That's true. No, but I like Blue, Double D. For now, too, I don't care.
That
But
cannot be your
course.
favorite song.
Some of
today.
those songs just hold up, though.
exactly,
True,
dude.
true. I struggle to come to a conclusion whether picking a favorite song is voluntary or involuntary, because you could be listening to something and it has a emotional impact that's difficult to ignore. I think you choose your favorite song by its relation to you, or simply by what it invokes in you. Or it could even be just, I like this melody, and I can bang my head to it, and I can keep banging my head to it. So
Exactly.
yeah.
It's like when me and Spice goes, I tell him what I want. I
Okay.
really want. And Bob,
If I think about it, it is based off a feeling, right? It's like I would categorize it as how did it make me feel, man? Does the song have legit value? Is the beat memorable? I think that's a very key component.
true.
If the beat's not like Billie Jean, that's my lover. Even as I'm
Yeah.
singing it, there's a rhythm. I can hear the beat dun dun. You understand what it's memorable?
yes.
Lyrics to an extent, but I think the melody and the harmony is probably more important. And my final one is karaoke potential. If you don't have karaoke potential, are you really my favorite? Am I willing to stand up in front of a crowd of people I don't know and sing it?
I think we should do a slice bait karaoke edition one day.
You know what? If not, why not?
Now I pick my favorite songs on the activity. That's the thing, man. I picked it on like what I'm gonna do for the day, what I'm gonna intake. So I always, for example, if I'm gonna go to a festival, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to some Dead Mouse because Dead Mouse is one of my favorite songs to listen to. I think I'll mention it in the later on. But like when it comes to activity and also the lyrics, man, is it gonna be very much easy for me to learn the lyrics and stuff, and
Yeah.
also what the meaning of the lyrics are, man.
That Dead Mouse have lyrics.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is it Dead Mouse the artist?
No.
What song of Dead Mouse?
No, I'm not saying Dead Mouse, but I'm just talking about like what I'm talking
Oh, you
activity.
EDM guy.
Yeah,
I,
EDM.
I remember
Okay,
it's
cool.
pretty cool from Dead Mouse. Yeah.
So yes. And yourself, Mr. Katz?
Yeah, like everyone, I think it's personal. Like, you don't know how it's going to hit you or when it's going to hit you, but you just react. But Gary, you mentioned something interesting that a lot of us didn't talk about was the lyrics. Like, how often do we hear a song and then we relate to it because of the lyrics? Like, you're going through a breakup, now the song speaks to you, or you're going through a depressed time, or you are going through a happy time, and then these lyrics speak to you.
Yeah, again, and that's why I say I don't know if it's voluntary or involuntary, like picking a favorite song, because it could just do it for you, right? But a good song, I think an overall good song, the one that's going to be memorable, it's got everything that is
Yeah.
important, right? It sounds really cool, and that speaks to you. But then the lyrics as well speaks
Yeah.
to you, right? And then those things harmonize together, and therefore it becomes one of your favorites.
How has music influenced your life? Do you listen to music every day, at gym or driving to your destination, or simply just on your bed with your earphones?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think you hear music every day. Personally, I wouldn't say I listen every day, which I think is quite sad because I feel you can always make time to listen to music most of the time when you're driving in the car, you can listen to music, of course, if you're doing a physical activity that doesn't require much thinking, or even during your work, your job. If you can, of course, if you don't have to concentrate on something specific. But what I have noticed, Gary, is that I found that there was a lot more time to listen to music when you were in your teens, in high school, than what you do maybe post that when you start working on all of that.
Do you just listen to radio, if I may ask?
Radio, from time to time, yes. But they talk a lot on the radio, eh?
Yeah, that's not like a podcast.
Oh, nice one. And Mr. Bob, what's your...
I don't listen to music every day anymore. Like, I don't think it has the same sort of meaning. That's why I was going to piggyback of what Chris said, that as a teenager, you kind of searching for yourself. And then sometimes the music and the lyrics resonates with you. And that's why you are listening to music, because you're trying to find that. But the older you get, you like what you like. That's why if you said you liked Spice Girls and Bobby, I can understand that you like what you like. Blue double D da. Good for you, my guy. Enjoy yourself, But always putting in the earphones and just sometimes escape into a world of possibilities. That's what I do like about listening to music when I do it.
But Bob, don't you feel like you should or could do it more often, but then you just don't also? Like
That's very possible. Sometimes you're just not in the mood.
Yeah. Or you just don't think about it anymore, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even a factor in your thinking. Nah, absolutely.
That's an interesting point that you brought up, Chris, because listening to music isn't a task, right?
Yeah.
We listen to music to make tasks bearable,
Exactly, yeah.
or it's a pleasure to listen to music. It's a delight. It's a reward, right? And therefore, you shouldn't think of it listening to music as a task. Like, I need to make time to listen to music now because it's that time of the day where I should, always have that slot blocked out in my calendar for music. But that's not how we listen to it. We listen to it at gym to make our reps easier, to make the strenuous exercise a bit more bearable. We listen to it at work so we can get through it through our day. We listen to it in the car because traffic is awful, right? Music fills in the gaps to make life and tasks more bearable. And I think that's how it influenced my life specifically, is that I can sit at a desk at work and then there's a colleague of mine trying to talk to me and I'm like, stop talking to me, I'm busy listening to music.
HR.
Yeah.
I say, for me, music is the dessert of life. You can,
Yeah,
you can take
yeah.
it if you want to, and when you have a dessert, it's amazing. But you have too much of the dessert,
Yeah.
it's too sweet, man. So you don't want to listen to music constantly. That's the thing.
I like that thought.
Exactly. Yeah. So I want to break things down with Bob. What's your top three, boy?
Okay, we starting out classic, super classic. As I mentioned earlier, karaoke possibilities. Frank Sinatra, My Way. You must recognize I take over a room.
I love the climax on that song, eh?
Of course,
And it just goes.
It's a beautiful song, man. And Frank Sinatra is like, it's Frank Sinatra.
It's
guys.
Frank.
It's Frank.
Yeah.
Bobby, You're catching it.
I got you.
Then I got DJ Alice's Better Off Alone. So if you catch me on the dance floor, you don't know. So you better off
Classic.
alone. Classic. You can't beat it. And, sometimes I'm a poet and I rap and I'm a gangster like that. So I'm Juicy from Biggie Smalls. It was all a dream.
Yes.
Fire! You must understand. I can say it word for word. Karaoke vibes.
I like how it's all different genres. Like,
Exactly.
it's all over.
You know what? I'm different. Shout out to Change.
And Mr. Guts, top three, my boy.
So my first choice should get me about 100,000 more followers after today.
So you're going commercial, you say?
100%. Gonna throw in some Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, this man went super classic
Yeah.
karaoke.
The next two are completely two unknown songs. I'm just gonna quickly throw it in. The Afterlife Party by Fall Out Boy. Although Fall Out Boy is a very popular band.
Afterlife of the party.
Is that the name?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know the name of my favorite song.
We got a Fall Out Boy contest.
Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, I don't know what it is about that song. I just love the mood.
But this ain't the scene though.
And then,
Lovely. I
True.
love that.
and then the last one, I don't think anyone knows. It's called Daddy Has Stopped Breathing by the Dirty Skirts, which is a local band, by the way, South African. So you guys can go check that out. That's my top three.
Bob, you made me change a part of my playlist.
You go.
Yeah, it's like you made me change because I had a solid top three, but you made me change it, man. But my top three is "Fix You" from Coldplay. It's a
Classic.
Good
Love that
choice.
song.
Can't argue.
Love that song. And then a second one would be Dead Mouse Strobe. I love the beat of that song. It's very amazing. And then I had a song from Maroon 5, but scrap that. I'm gonna give it Backstreet Boys, Everybody. That was my
Oh,
jam.
wow.
Because that karaoke.
Oh,
vibes.
you went pop. You went pop.
Yes,
music.
I went Backstreet Boys. Everybody. That's when I went for that one.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. If that, like when you hear it and you had to continue it, it probably has merit.
But that beat is pretty fly though.
That
eh?
is,
Yeah.
dude. That is like, especially that dancing in the music video when it's classic, bro.
But if you can't dance, why are you watching it?
Oh, shots here. Lenny, what's yours?
First of all, massive Fall Out Boy fan. I'm glad you brought up the Afterlife of the Party. Brilliant song. I'm going to go with Rex Stewart, jazz artist, My Sunday Gal.
Who's
no
this?
words.
Who's
Yeah.
this? Who's this?
No words in the song.
Mr. Jazz himself.
Who's this? Sorry for interrupting, but who is this dude? There's another 1960
Can you
dude.
jazz though?
I mean, don't bring me on the dance floor. You know,
Now you
like,
see, ladies, when the pretty boy can jazz too.
Jazzy Fizzle, Lenny.
So yeah, a song came out in 1940. Rex Stewart, he played the cornet. Why I love that song so much? Because it's very difficult for a song to be your favorite when there's no words in the song, right? And that's how good that jazz song is.
It's the same thing with Dead Mouse. There's no music in that song. It's just beat.
By all means, to each his own. But yeah, it's an amazing song. My Sunday Gal, I'd recommend it to anyone. It's brilliant.
Before you continue, Lenny, what did he play?
The cornet, cornet.
Is that instrument?
Oh, it's similar to the trumpet. Yeah. Very
Yes,
similar?
yes, you're
yeah,
right.
yeah, very similar.
Excuse my ignorance.
No, but
I would like to also hungry. I was just playing a croissant. I was
cornetto.
I was hungry, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm hungry.
Gary.
I'm hungry in this episode, guys. Yeah, talk on.
Yeah. Number 2, I'm gonna go with my English boys, the Smiths. I Know It's Over came out in 1968. The third one, which is really number 1, it's got to be Claire de Lune of Sweet Bergamasque by Claude Debussy. And the song actually began in 1890. Can you believe that? And why I like the song? Because it's evocative, it's tender, melancholy, hopeful, and even nostalgic with just a hint of tragedy in it as well. And the song was actually inspired and based off a poem written by Paul Verlaine. And it's a lovely poem as well. And it's really different because Debussy was able to translate a poem in words into a movement, you know, into music, which kind of just translates really well to one another. And it's amazing that one artist is able to do that.
Yo, guys, I'm so glad all your music taste is proper. Because I want to ask you this, man. How do you feel towards someone whose music taste is one you hate or just can't understand? I can just tell you straight, I ain't passing no oogskate with that dude. he must play it through his phone. Or
Gotta put his earphones in.
exactly, or he must be like Randy Orton and listen to the voices in his head. So I want to ask you, Chris, how do you feel on that statement?
Look, my view on this is simple. If you don't like the music that they like, but you're still willing to hang out with them in any way, then that's a good enough indication that you like the person for who they are.
Diplomatic, nice.
Very diplomatic.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
fight that. Can't fight that one. And Mr. Bob, what you say?
I don't trust you. If you listen to pop music or country music, I don't trust you. There's a point where it's like, what you just following the masses, man. You have no individuality about you. And if you can listen to pop music, that means you will be able to change every time there's a new popular song. You will switch up on me. I don't trust you.
But don't we all like pop music to an extent?
Well, we like pop music to fit in, but there's always your subgenre that, like, if you heard Lenny's list of top 3, that if it's clearly not part of popular music now.
Yeah.
But it's your favorite, and you will stick to your guns, and that lets me know you're willing to take a stand.
My guy. Why are you throwing shade?
If you listen to Backstreet Boys, it is what it is.
No. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the country music. Why are you breaking my achy, breaky heart?
Oh, wow.
Listen, man, that's not real heartache, man. You want to listen to blues. That's where the real pain and the suffering is.
Okay,
I don't know
that
about
one.
this country.
I will say the country scene, so there's some brilliant country songs from the
No,
60s.
I will admit that there is exceptions to the rules, but the rule is I don't trust you.
No, look, it's when it comes to like music selection, sometimes I can be a little bit too selfish and not. Each one, you like what you like, right? Each one has their own preferences, but really, there's just some songs that I can't understand why someone will like. I mean, I won't call out those songs, but
Cardi B.
like 90% of the songs that
Don't
are playing
forget.
that's playing on the radio at the moment. The pop one, the popular one.
Oh, so you also don't like popular? You trust the people?
Can't stand it.
I thought this was-
Can't-
Yo, guys,
can't
what you
stand it.
ain't them Backstreet Boys? Come on.
Look, I again maybe like you,
That's instinct for life.
like you, Gary.
At least they could dance, you know.
You know?
Hey, did you not watch the...
Backstreet Boys couldn't dance.
They could dance, brother.
Not that I know of.
Like you, Gary. I won't be passing on that aux cable. Listen to that in the confinement of your own home. And not
sorry, the Bluetooth connection doesn't work anymore.
yeah.
Oh, crazy, guys, crazy. But now I actually want to ask you, when it comes to creating playlists, because I know you, sir, Mr. Lenny, you a playlist type of guy. I feel like you have
Playlist
created
maker.
some playlists to girls. Have you ever created
A burner CD. A burner CD. I love you.
Yeah.
not just that, I think you burned few girls with those CDs.
Bobbitt's mixtape.
A mixtape.
Yeah.
Yes, a mixtape of what I love and hate about you.
Exactly. So I want to ask you guys, hey, how does one create a playlist? Like, what do you have to consider? So I want to start with Mr. Bob.
Well, me, I'm very methodical in my playlists. I'll take into account
As you should
BPM.
be.
I take into account the BPM. If it's at 90, we're gonna keep it within the 90 ranges. If we're talking genres, I need it all to be in the same genre. I don't like to jump between genres. I'll actually have a rock playlist, a rave playlist,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
EDM playlist, a rap playlist. So it would all be the same genre with different BPMs, and then I'm also mixing some old and some new ones so that it can go across timelines as well. So it just takes you out of your mind, man. Oh, and this is controversial. I'll listen to the whole album of an artist. Instead of taking
Yeah.
pieces and pieces of other people and putting it in one, I'll just listen to the whole Take Care of track.
An album is sometimes a journey or even a story.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a
And only
theme.
the good artists get that whole journey across to you
Yes.
as a full product.
Absolutely.
Shout out J. Cole.
A playlist is supposed to be a journey, right? You're taking this person on this journey with songs that they could possibly like or songs that mean something to you. The next one should make sense to play because of the preceding song, right? If I'm like, okay, I'm going with a 10-song playlist, right? It's going to be that. It's not going to be like I'm going for a long drive, so I'm going to put a good amount of songs in here,
Yeah.
right? There's 10 songs, and I'm going to make it for this person. So I would set the first song and then the last song. So now in between, you've got a lot of room to work with. But the way I like to do it, so you put number 1 in, the next selection is not number 2, it's number 10, right?
How you
And
end
then-
it. Okay.
So you end it. Then you go number 2, you pop in number 2. That's got to make sense for number 1. It's also got to make sense for the last song. But instead of going number 3, you go to number 9. So you go top, bottom, top,
Okay,
bottom,
okay,
top,
get you.
bottom. And that's how your top and your start song and your ending song, when you generate that, right, and now you're traveling to the middle point, that middle point needs to make sense as well. And they kind of need to feed off to each other. And that's how
methodical.
I
That's methodical.
make a playlist.
Is this for yourself or for people or said person?
It could be for people if it's for a specific person, right? If it's for a girlfriend or a girl that I'm starting things with that and I want to give her a playlist.
Not Kelly.
Right? So, okay, Kelly's got in a couple of good playlists though. She's got in a couple of good ones.
Have you ever given Kelly a playlist? I may ask.
Too many.
Oh.
Wasted way too many good songs on Kelly.
Damn, son. That's it.
That's a lot of effort. I commend him for the effort.
Takes time.
I hope the one you ended on was Louis Armstrong, What a Beautiful World.
But that's why I asked him, because all of this could go by someone's head. Like they could
Yeah.
not be paying attention to your intentions, kind
They
of a
just
thing.
put in the
Yeah.
CDs like, oh, skip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awful. And I gotta say, you judge a good playlist of can you listen to it without it being on shuffle?
With me, I just select the genre. So the genre, and obviously what the activity is going to be done. And Chris, yourself?
No, I mean, I just like to mix it up if it's for myself, because I like to hear, other than Bob, I like to hear different songs in the same playlist.
So you're a
that's-
shuffle guy.
Yeah, shuffle guy.
You're a shuffle
basically.
guy.
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
But I'll also assess the vibe, the mood, and the people. If I'm gonna have to make a playlist for others,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess I'm going in the diplomatic direction
course,
once again.
of course.
Yeah,
No, I agree with that.
Our resident DJ.
I agree with 100%. You don't want to play a country playlist with some goth people.
Exactly.
Anyhow, guys, let's wrap things up. Do you think someone could understand you by simply looking at the songs in your favorite list? So I want to start off with the Cats. What do you think?
I mean, the playlist is random, so perhaps you can conclude that I'm a random guy.
You're always on the fence.
And Lenny?
I would hope so. I think if someone else knows those songs, or if they, like those songs as well, they could probably kind of understand what I'm like, because they would know the songs and know what the meanings are of those songs, and therefore they can kind of say, oh, okay, he likes this music, he must be like this. They're probably going to be wrong, but it could put them on more or less the right track.
That's what you thought about Kelly's songs, huh?
Yeah. She's got awful taste, by the way.
Yeah, I can believe it.
And Mr. Bob, final thoughts?
If you had to see my playlist and judge me by my playlist, you'd realize there's always a dancing rhythm to the majority of the songs I choose. So if you can't dance, we can't hang.
Bobby likes to break it down every now
Of
and then.
course, we're breaking it down. Bobby, and then I will rap it also word for word, lyric for lyric. If I'm in the mood, guys, you can't really judge me, but judge me, baby.
And thank you for listening to the Slice Bread podcast. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the podcast from whenever you're listening to. And join us next time for another Slice of Life.